Good day everyone, I am Erica May Arabe and I am the first presenter for today's report. Our report is related to these pictures. So first, we have a mother duck who leads her ducklings. Second one is a shepherd who leads a group of sheep. Third is a red big stickman who leads a small blue stickman. And the last one is an elephant who leads a line of elephants. So this 4 pictures shows about the word leadership. So the topic that was given to us is under the unit 4, which is the teacher as an organizational leader. Here we can see a picture. The picture states that leadership is an action and not a position. So do you believe on it? We believe that leadership is an action and not a position. Why? Because leadership needs an action. Leadership needs a work. Leadership needs a process. So in other words, without an action, leadership will be nothing. Speaking of leadership, now let us define what is leadership. Leadership is the ability of an individual or a group of individuals to influence and guide followers or other members of an organization. So in other words, leadership is an action. Leadership is a process of an individual to influence other individuals of a group or a followers or a members inside an organization or an administration. So now let's proceed to the nature of administrative work. So what is educational administration? It states that educational administration is regarded as the process of integrating the appropriate human and material resources that are made available and made effective for achieving the purpose of a program of an educational institution. So meaning to say that educational administration are the one who processes, are the one who integrate the human resources and material resources as well. So now, what is the human resources? So they are the teachers, administrative staffs, principals, coordinator. While the material resources are the books, LPs, handbooks, and other materials that are needed to have an effective learning of the students. So one example of educational administration is the Department of Education. Why? Because they are the one who processes the human resources, which is the teachers and staffs, and they are the one who processes and integrate the material needed for the students' learning. And also, not by just that, the Department of Education also are the one who search for a capable learning for the students, especially now on pandemic days. We are not doing face-to-face programs, so the Department of Education seeks a best plan to have an effective and achieve the purpose of a program of an educational institution, which is they apply the flexible learning for the students. So the first nature of educational administration is educational administration doesn't refer to any single process, rather different processes or aspects constitute administration. Meaning to say that educational administration, like Department of Education, is not only using a single or a one process only, but rather it uses 2 or more processes on its administration. So what are these processes? So the processes that was mentioned are planning, organizing, directing, coordinating, and evaluation. So for sure, we know what is planning. Planning is the basic and the first basic management. So here in planning, they plan what to do. They looking forward for the future of what is the risk of the program or what are the benefits of this program. So in other words, they oversee what happened next. They plan every single thing so that the program or the activity will be done successfully. So next, here in organizing, they organize the things. their ideas, the material needs, so that there will be no hindrance on the program or the said activity. Next, the directing. So they said that directing is the heart of the management because here in directing, they organize and they direct as well what they plan. So the fourth one is coordinating. So without coordination, the said activity or the said program will be hard to cope up because there is no unity in an administration. So they need coordinating so that what they plan will be successful. And the last one is evaluation. So here in evaluation, they evaluate the pros and cons of the said program or activity. So here in evaluation, they knew what is the hindrance and how can they overcome the situation. The second nature of educational administration is educational administration is a non-profit making. We can see that our government is spending a lot of money for educational purpose. So it is non-profit making task because they give a social welfare. Also, they give fund for the activities for the educational purpose. The third is educational administration is primarily a social enterprise as it is more concerned with human resources than with material resources. The fourth one is educational administration is more an art than a science. The reason is that a human relationship prevailed here can't be maintained by any set of formulae. The fifth one is educational administration is similar to general administration in many ways, but it is also dissimilar to general administration in many more ways. And the last one is educational administration is a complex affair. Here we can see that the nature 3, 4, 5, 6 is connected to each other. You can see that educational administration priority is the social welfare of a human. They are more interested on human relationship than material resources. They use art than a science because we can learn more things by doing it. That is why extracurricular activities have a greater points than academic activities because children should not only engage themselves on academic activities but also on social activities. So here are the traits approach to leadership. So this approach focuses on the personal attributes or traits of leaders such as physical and personality characteristic, competencies, and values. So the first one is physical vitality and stamina. The second one is intelligence and action-oriented judgment, eagerness to accept responsibility, task competence, understanding of followers and their needs, skill in dealing with people, need for achievement, capacity to motivate people, courage and resolution, trustworthiness, decisiveness, self-confidence, assertiveness, and adaptability or flexibility. Please note that these traits are not only ended here. So, there are lots of traits, but I just put a few of traits which is a leader should have. Next, situation and leadership. So there is a question here. So the question is, does situation affects leadership? The answer is yes, because the leader's perception of the follower and the situation will affect on it. So on what way? See on the picture that there are 3 men who are sitting on the bulbs, and one of them are sitting on a big bulb while the other 2 are sitting on the small bulbs. So this picture shows how leader sees his follower or her follower, and how the followers or the members sees the leader. Next picture shows a Disney movie. So guess what it is? And yes, the picture shows the movie Inside Out. So as we can see, there is anger, disgust, happy, sad, and fear. So these emotions can affect the situations. For an example, natay kasuko or natay pakiglali sa atong family. Then, ato na siyang dad-on sa atong workplace or sa atong organization. So, dako siyang possibility na ang atong mga members or atong mga followers ato ang makasabuan tungod kay naaman ng anger sa ato ang feelings. So, that is one example na ang ato ang emotions kay makaapekto sa situation as a leader. Now, I will give to the next reporter.
Good day guys, I'm Jella Mibihanyo, BS Idmat First A. So today I will going to share with you about transformational leadership. So what is transformational leadership? Transformational leadership means that the leader must be able to communicate or talk to his members, because when he does not know how to communicate with his members, nothing good will happen to their goals and magkakagulo pa. And the leader must listen and accept the opinions of others and unahon pa niya iyang mga members kaysa sa iyang interest. This is the one of the good traits of being a good leader. Transformational leadership inspires people to achieve unexpected or remarkable results. It serves to enhance the motivation, morale, and job performance of followers through a variety of mechanisms. According to Kurt Lewin and the team of researchers, there are 3 types of leadership. So first is authoritarian or autocratic, participative or democratic, and delegative or laissez-faire. So what is authoritarian or autocratic? Authoritarian means na stricto ang leader. Then the leader should be the one who follows everything, and he also decides what to do, and only the leader has the power to control all the decisions with his or her members. Next is participative. So in participative, you have the freedom for what you want to say or what your ideas are. And the participative leadership is the leader who serves as the speaker or facilitator, and all the members will help sa pagbuo or paghimo sa mga desisyon nga makanindot sa ilahang project. Kung gusto ta mahimong participative leader, we need to put the needs of our members kaysa sa ato, like James Parker, a famous participative leadership. Next is delegative. So what is delegative or laissez-faire? So from the word delegating, it refers to the transfer of responsibility from specific tasks from one person to another. So I have an example. So para sa kami man ang last reporter. So isa mi ka grupo. Ako, si Erika, si Jaya, din si Rogin. Among leader is si Erika. Si Erika ang naghatag sa amua isa-isa ka mga topic. Gitagaan lang ni Erika kung asa ang amuang i-discuss. Ang akua kay gihatag niya sa akua ang transformational leadership. So mao ni ang ako ang topic nga naa sa akua. So nasabtan ra. So kung wala lang sabtan na po koy isa ka example. Kana ganing construction worker. Di ba naman na engineer? Ang engineer ana, mao na siya ang leader. Tapos, ang iyang mga trabahante, siya ray magtudlo kung unsay buhaton nila or siya ay mag-assign kung asa siya dapit magtrabaho. Kung dito ba siya i-assign sa atop or sa dira ba siya i-assign sa magmasa or dito ba siya i-assign sa magkuhan og balas or bisan asa i-assign. Kanang ang kuan lang, ang engineer lang ang maghatag sa ila kung sa ilang trabahoon. So next is theory and research about transformational leadership. So transformational leadership was started by James B. Downton in 1973. He was the first to coin the term. This was later added to by James Byrne in 1978. Byrne was a leadership expert and biographer and proposed that it was only through the strength of the vision and personality that team members could be encouraged to follow. A few years later, Bernard Bass, 1990, added even a more to the concept. This known as Bass transformational theory. According to Bass, the followers of the leader must feel not only trust and admiration, but also loyalty and respect. Bass also suggested that there were four primary elements to transformational leadership. So first is individualized consideration, second is intellectual stimulation, third is inspirational motivation, and the last is idealized influence. So what is individualized consideration? So these leaders listen to the concerns and needs of each followers and provide support and is empathic of each person, situation, and background. So next is intellectual stimulation. So a leader's ability to instill innovative and creative capabilities into followers as a way of building their critical thinking and problem-solving skills. And next is inspirational motivation. So the leader has the ability to inspire confidence, motivation, and a sense of purpose in his followers. And also the leader pushed to motivate sa mga kasamahan niya para mabuhat og mga creative things and para makuha nila ilang goals. So I have an example. So tung grade 1 pa ko, ginaingnan ko sa akong papa nga pag na ako'y perfect nga score, iya daw paliton og 5. So mao to, naningkamot ko nga ma-perfect na ko akong mga test para iniguli na ko maka-5 ko sa yaha. So, si Papa ang naghatag sa ako og inspiration para ganahan ko mo eskwela adlaw-adlaw. Kamo guys, naka-try mo og ingana sa una. Kay ako naka-try jud ko. And the last is idealized influence. So, leaders who behave in ways that result in their being role models for their followers, these leaders kay ginarespeto, ginagalang o ginapang kakatiwalaan. One of the things leaders to do earn this credit is consider the needs of others over their own personal needs. So, this is the last. Then, thank you.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Jia Galban Pahayahay. I am a fourth reporter of last group. So my assigned topic about evolutionary leadership theory or ELT. So what is evolutionary leadership theory? So that is refers to suggest that in deciding whom to follow, people involve cognitive ladder prototypes. So these prototypes are called cognitive ancestral ladder prototypes or CALP. So why we need evolutionary leadership? So bakit kailangan natin ng evolutionary leadership? So it because to inspire others to action and helping others become leaders to and creating true and lasting change. So the teacher leadership is an act as a facilitator and coordinator of the professional learning community or other group of teachers working together to improve their teaching skills. So, what is the importance of teacher leadership? So, bakit importante sa atin ang teacher leadership? So, because it helping a school build their capacity to increase student learning and student achievement, and not only what the teacher does inside that school building, but how that teacher leader works with a larger community to drive engagement and to support for school goals. So that's all. Thank you.
Again, my name is Erika Mihirabe and I am the last presenter. My report is all about instructional leadership. The School-Based Management or SBM is a strategy to improve educational by transferring significant decision-making authority from the central office to individual in school. So here in School-Based Management or SBM, that decision-making is not only for the teachers, staffs, and other coordinators, but also for the parents and the student as well. There are 4 SBM portal components. The first one is leadership and governance. So here in leadership and governance, ang mga teachers diri or mga leaders nag-provide sila video and mga direction para sa education system para mahimo siyang responsive sa diverse communities. The next is curriculum and instruction. So, ang curriculum and instruction, ang learning system diri nag-upgrade, nag-develop, nag-improve generation by generation. So, meaning to say, ang learning system continuously develop or continuously improve. Wala siya nag-stop kay lahi. Example, ang atong mga parents, lahi man ang ilahang level sa curriculum sa unang panahon ug lahi pud karon. That is why some of the parents kay nagbagot-bot sa modular learning kay dili nila masabtan ang learning system karon. Kasi nga, ang learning system is developed. It is continuously developed. It is continuously improved. And it is continuously upgrading. So, meaning to say, ang karon na generation sa 21st century na learning system, it is not the same as sunod na century. As sunod na century, it will be upgraded more. It will be developed more. That is why gina-adjust ang curriculum and instruction sa level of intellectual capacity of the community. The next is accountability and continuous improvement. So here in accountability and continuous improvement na ay clear, transparent, inclusive, and responsive accountability system within the place or inside the school. So that is why naatay mga meeting, general PTA assembly sa mga parents and teachers para ang namitingan sa taas ipaabot nila sa body, and kung ma-agree ang body which is the parents, ilahang i-apply na improvement sa school. And the last portal is management of resources. So the resources are collectively and judiciously mobilized and managed with transparency, effectiveness, and efficiency. So that is why also sa mga GPTA meeting of the parents and teachers, i-open yun nila kung pila ang funds and unsay gamit sa funds and pila ang nagastos sa funds para sa isa ka particular na project. Kay SBM aims to have a transparency and clear relationship between the teachers and the parents. Next, school improvement plan. So the school improvement plan is a plan to have an action and to get the success. So it is a roadmap that lays down specific intervention that a school with the help of the community. So, aning the school improvement plan o sa siya ka mga plano para sa kaayuhan sa isa ka eskwelahan. Kauban dira ang mga stakeholders, mga teachers and staffs, and also for the parents. Next, the Brigada Eskwela. So the Brigada Escuela is also known as the National Schools Maintenance Week. It is an annual activity led by DepEd where everyone in the school community, including the private sector, work together to prepare school for the opening of the classes. So for sure, we all experience the National School Maintenance Week or the Brigada Escuela. So that's end our report. Thank you and God bless. So the answer is there is no perfect leader, but there is a good leader. So what makes a good leader? A good leader is a good listener.